Christina.
And I'm Dawn.
And together, we're the Well-Prepared Travelers.
So today we're going to talk about the beach club. We recently got the opportunity to stay there. It was only our second deluxe in recent history.
Yes. So
we're not going to be able to compare it to all the deluxes yet, but we did learn some new things with beach club that we didn't know before. Mm-hmm. And so I would say the first thing was the bellhop service.
Yes, that was a surprise.
We drove up and I hopped out and I went in to check us in because we did not do online check-in for that stay. We just wanted to see what it was like to do it the old school style.
Right.
So I go in and I check us in and I asked, well, do you have those little carts that you can push your luggage up? And they said, no, we are a full service resort, which means that to get the little cart, you have to take the little man that comes with us. And the little man gets a tip. So we were not prepared for that, I don't think.
No, we had to repack our suitcases because we had stayed the night before in another hotel, and we just thrown everything in the car.
That's true. That was the big problem. We had to repack.
Yes.
We couldn't even unload there and then have me park the car and I come back there.
Right.
We actually had to go all the way down, park, repack the car. So if you do want to use the bellhop service, definitely make sure your car is packed appropriately. And even if you don't want to use them, make it, be packed the way you want to be packed before you pull into the roundabout if you want to drop your stuff off.
Right, because if we'd known there was full service bell service, we would have pulled off in the parking lot before we pulled up there and repacked.
Exactly.
And then pulled up.
Yes. So, and then the other thing too is, and we didn't mention this, when you come up to Beach Club, you will go through a guard gate. You always go through a guard gate. So, you go through the guard gate, and we'll show the video at some point here. So, the full service bellhops, that was a surprise. I would say too, the complicated layout of the resort was kind of a surprise to me. It's attached to the yacht club. So while they are two separate resorts, they are connected. You can easily walk from one to the other. And then you also have to, but even though it's all inside, there's only one elevator going up.
Right. That was a surprise to me. One elevator. So when we got to our floor, from the elevator to our room, we had to take 7 different hallways.
Right. And by the way, some of them they didn't have any directions.
Right.
I mean, that was really surprising.
Yes.
There's no directions, hey, if you're this room, then go this way. So we would have to say, wait a minute, are the rooms going up this way or are they going up that way?
Yes, so
that was kind of complicated. So I guess they want you to use the bellhop service, so they'll take you to your room. Maybe that's what they're thinking there.
But at the elevators, they did have little maps of the resort layout.
That's right.
So if you hadn't checked in at the front desk, you would be able to pick up a map at the elevator.
Yes.
So that was good.
Right.
But we'd gotten one at check-in, but still.
Yes. And but the other side of that is that I assume all the rooms had fairly good views. Ours was a standard view, and it looked the same place as the garden view across the way that they tried to upgrade us to, but it was a assistance one, so the layout didn't fit us well. And I'll go ahead and mention that real quick, I guess. I don't know that I've got any pictures. But the assistance rooms are fully open in the bathroom. So, they have a big door that opens and closes. So, if you have people expecting to be some people expecting to be at the sink and some people expecting to be in the restroom, having a shower or whatever, you're not going to be able to do that in the assistance rooms because it is all in one room. So, if that's important to you, just be aware of that.
Okay. Another thing that surprised me about the beach club was the food court area. In most of the other hotels, resorts that we have stayed at, you had multiple options, and then you just checked out at a central cash register. But in the beach club, there's only one place and limited options. Now, with that being said, there are several food options in the beach club. We were talking about just the food court area, and there was a small section of places to sit while you were eating, and they were actually out in a hallway. They weren't in a separate area.
And we had bellhops going to the villas, going back and forth while we were out there. So that was definitely, and it was loud. It was very loud. But yeah, like you said, there are lots of food options. So there is that good side of that. There's that one quick service, and Beaches and Cream has a window, but we think it was just for ice cream. So that quick service downstairs may really be your only option. And I think they had 6 things maybe total. I mean, really limited.
Yeah.
6, but and it's 2 people back there. But I mean, but what we had was very good.
Yes.
It was delicious. So
I loved the roast beef sandwich. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah, and I had the flatbread pizza, and it was huge. I mean, it was really ginormous. I could only eat about half of it, I think.
Right, and they have house-made chips were really good. So they have some good options.
Oh yeah, the house-made chips. And one thing too on the kids meal, even though they have a flatbread pizza, the kids meal is that Disney round plate size individual pizza. Yes. So if your kid wants that, it's not going to be the flatbread. So that's and then something you hear a lot of good things about is the pool. I mean, a lot of people, Stormalong Bay, it's like a water park. It's really great.
It's the best pool on Disney property.
And I guess I can see their point if they didn't want to go to a water park. Maybe. But the thing you have to understand is that there are no trees. It's just white concrete and lots of water and bridges. Oh my gosh. I was like, how do I get there? I want to go to the lazy river part. How do I get there? And so it was just really complicated. And I took my daughter, and she just likes the lazy river. So we were just going to float in the lazy river. So we finally find it, and they don't have very many tubes. It's actually not a very big river part. You think of a lazy river of going around an entire thing. This was one little section that kind of connected to the rest of the pool, but it was just a little circle that went under 2 bridges. And the other thing had a very, very strong current. I mean, it was super strong. And then the other thing is that they were, what am I thinking about? Oh, it was deep. There was only one small section that was 3 feet. I always, when you go to the lazy river,
you should be able to stand up at any point.
Right. My kid just fell off their tube. Now I'm going to put my feet down and I'm going to grab them. But my kid's older, so I mean, that wasn't really a concern. But still, I mean, it was 7-8 feet deep through most of it. There was just a little section of 3 feet. So I was really not safe.
Yeah, so if you don't have an inner tube, you're swimming the whole time. You can't just stand up and walk.
And it was exhausting because we couldn't find an inner tube for at least one time around. And I mean, it was just so tiring. I was not, it was just, no. But I thought it was interesting that there's sand on the bottom of the pool. I can't remember if I think there's sand on the bottom of all the pools, even though one of them has a beach. But I think all of the pools actually had a sandy bottom. But I'm not, I really didn't like it. I was burned in like 5 minutes. I mean, that was my biggest disappointment, I think, that everybody talks about how wonderful the pool is, but I was hot and not happy. So that's, but on to this good stuff. Oh yeah, the good stuff. There are 3 options when you want to go to parks.
The bus, the boat, or walking to Epcot or Hollywood Studios. And
we did both of those.
Yes, we did. And to Hollywood Studios, I would not suggest doing it at the end of the day.
No.
Because it's a nice little walk, but during the
it took us like 30 minutes, I think.
During the nice time of year, in the morning, it might be a very nice walk. I loved being able to walk to Epcot's back gate, though.
Oh, yes.
I mean, I would stay at this hotel again for that.
That was I just felt so awesome to be like, oh, we'll just go get some pastries from France for breakfast.
No, we did that.
Yeah, and it was a nice, I mean, it was like maybe a 5-minute walk, and you had to go uphill. So that part, was kind of like, wait, what's happening right now? When you have blisters on the 3rd day, but it was really very nice. I liked that part. But the walk from Hollywood Studios, my biggest thing is I felt unsafe through part of that. I didn't like that because it's right by the water, and so I was very concerned about wildlife and such. And I didn't like that part of it. I felt like a snake was going to come across my path at any moment. So, and it was dark too. It was very, very dark.
We thought we would beat the friendship boat back to the resort because they were just starting to load and they had a huge crowd of people. Well, guess what?
It passed us?
It passed us. It passed us before we got to the boardwalk.
And they had all the people on it.
Yes. That is a big boat. So if you see that long line and think, there's no way I can get on, you might still be able to get on.
They packed that boat. I mean, I wonder,
that is a big boat.
I wonder if people were standing or not.
I'm sure they were.
Had to have
people
been, I
stand
guess.
on the bus.
That's true.
That's the worst to me, is standing at the end of the day on the bus.
Yeah. Yeah, at least on a boat.
And you're not making those wild turns.
Yeah,
and stuff.
not more traffic in front of you.
That's true.
But and so we had the option of taking the boat to either Epcot or Hollywood Studios or any of the resorts in that area as well.
Right.
You had the option of walking, like we said, to Epcot or Hollywood Studios or to any of the resorts in that area.
And you had to bus to Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom.
Yes, but we did find out that they would run the buses after they stopped the boat service from Hollywood Studios. So if you were late because the boats stop an hour after on the dot, but buses, they say they stop an hour after the park closes, but they really will make sure everybody gets back to their...
Yes, you might have your own private bus. We've done that before.
It's magically going where you need to go.
And we liked taking the monorail from the Magic Kingdom to Epcot at the end of the day, and then walking, not when the park is closed, obviously, but, walk through Epcot.
Right. As long as you get in those gates before they close, you can take that leisurely walk through Epcot. Now, I mean, if your feet are tired, obviously, you might not want to do that, but that was really, it was nice walking through the countries, going to the back gate, and everything was closing up, and it was just a lot of fun. I like that part.
When you only see like half a dozen people your whole walk, it's very nice and relaxing.
Yeah. So overall, I would say the Beach Club is a winner.
Yes. 2 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
Ah.
But mostly because of location.
Yes.
I mean, other than that, I wouldn't choose it. Location is the reason why I would choose that resort.
But almost all of the drawbacks I will overlook. The pool is not a selling feature for me because I'm spending my time in the parks.
Right.
But
and all the people were very, very nice.
Yes,
the employees there or the cast members, were fantastic. So we really did love that. So I would say, yeah, definitely would stay there again, just with the caveat that maybe the pool is not everything everybody else says it is to me.
So if you have special needs children, probably not the pool you want to go to.
Yeah, lots of people.
Yeah.
That would be a nightmare.
That would
be really difficult.
And busy. And we didn't go through in a busy time of year.
No. Slowest time of year.
Yes, but that pool was packed with people. And there weren't any seats available. I was sitting on the ground. I mean.
Yeah. And there's not much shaded seats either.
No.
So
just keep that in mind.
Yeah. That requires a whole video of its own. We'll have to do that one day. Do a whole video on things to be aware of on Stormalong Bay.
Yes.
But overall, Beach Club is a positive.
Yes.
Location saves the day for it. Yep, it is true. All right. So until next time.
All right. See you later.